Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a get ready with me kind of video, but I'm also going to be talking about saving. I managed to save £10,000 in a year, and in this video I'm not going to like teach you how to do it, but I'm just going to share with you my journey on how I got into the saving mind and how I got into saving in the first place. And I think that might be enough to inspire some people to actually start saving, because I think it's so important. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I saved 10,000 in a year, make sure you stay watching. I think one really important thing that actually helped me practically save was surviving on very little money. Because of the demands of like the nursing course, I couldn't work as much as I used to while studying, so I was solely relying on like the NHS bursary. I think at the time I was getting like £300 a month, and that £300 will cover like my travel, it will cover food. Also with that money I was trying to save up for a car, so I was literally living on a really small amount. It's important for us to know how much we can actually survive on. If I know I can survive on 300, I make sure there's nothing less than £300 in my bank account after my savings, after all my bills and everything. Yeah, I just realized that I could live on a lot less, and once you actually go through that kind of practical experience, it kind of changes the way you think automatically, because it's like, okay, I don't actually need a lot of money to survive, so everything extra than my survival money is just extra, and what I do with that extra is what will make the difference when I'm saving. I'm making more money than I was back then. Like whenever I get paid, you don't just rush and do things. Like you need to sit down and think, now I actually have a routine for my money. So I look at how much I have, I look at how much I would like to put in my savings, and then I look at how much I would have after my bills, and then I look at, okay, is this enough for me to survive on for a month? And I tell you now, the reason I was able to save 10,000 in a year is because I was putting like £800 to £1,000 in my savings every month. Another thing is, no matter how little you need to save, around like times where a lot of my friends have birthdays, the month is quite tough, because obviously I want to enjoy with my friend and whatnot, so I would have to spend money kind of thing. So certain months during the year I wouldn't have been able to put a lot, but there's certain months where it's just dry season, like I'm not really going anywhere. Those kind of months I aim to put in more than what I would usually put in, because I'm not really doing much, so that when it kind of compensates for the months where I do kind of have a lot to do, I just put in less. And all in all, it all adds up. I'm telling you guys, if you have savings, it doesn't mean that you have to put lots and lots of money in there. Like literally, even if you put £20 a month, £20 aside a month, yeah, in a year you've saved over £200, and that's £200 that you can use for an emergency. That's £200 that you can use towards something, because we all know life likes to throw us lemons, life likes to throw us hardships and stuff, and you don't want to be in a position where you're not prepared for a rainy day. That sucks, to the point where you're having to beg people, or you're having to, like, you know, do things just because you're desperate. I don't want to be in that situation, and that's part of my motivation as well. Even just being able to put a little bit aside, it all counts. And that's why, like, when people tell me they don't know how to save, I'm just looking at them like, no, you don't want to save. We need to get away from that thinking. Saving doesn't actually mean you need to save a lot. It doesn't mean you need to put away grands and grands every month. It doesn't mean you need to put away hundreds and hundreds every month. Saving, you can even put £1 a day. £1 a day. In a month you've got £30. Even when I was on just making £300 every month, like I wasn't saving like 800, but I wasn't even making half of that money, but I was saving like maybe £50 a month, or I was saving maybe like £30 a month. The important message is that nothing is too small. Like you actually have to start. There's no such thing as I don't know how to save. Get used to putting money away, because I'm telling you, in the future you will really appreciate having that. Obviously it's also a really good idea for you to kind of like monitor and study how you spend, because different people have different priorities, and different people have like a weakness in where they spend their money on and things like that. As I started to study my money, I realized I was spending lots of money on food. Like I'll literally be at home, or maybe like a weekend day, I might be craving like a dessert. Instead of me to go to the shop and buy it, I'll go on Uber Eats. Uber Eats charges like £2.50 for delivery, and then on top of that the desserts are like £7, £8. So I'm spending £10 on like one cookie dough and ice cream. I used to do that. It's just like things like that, and I was just thinking, nah, if I'm trying to save, that really can't run. Gone to Asda to get like an actual tub of ice cream and get some cookies and melt it in my house. I could have done that. I would have saved how much? Maybe like £8. £8 that I saved, I could put that in my savings. As you start to study your spending pattern, things start to make a lot of sense. I'm telling you. You also have to have like a no touch mentality. So for me, when I put like money into my savings, I don't count that as money that I have. When I say, oh guys, I don't have money, because I do say that sometimes, but I'm not actually, God willing, I'm not actually poor. It's just the money that's in my savings, it's not mine. Me, touch it. I'm not touching it. Rara, no, it's not mine. The only time I will ever take money out of my savings is if it's an emergency and I can't cover it with what's in my current account. That's it. That's the only time I'll dip into my savings. Whenever I've got paid and I've taken money out to put in my savings, it's not mine anymore. I don't know it. And another thing that I tend to do as well, and this is how I think I'm able to go on like a lot of holidays, is because let's say I need to book a holiday. I've seen a really, really good price, and this is actually how I book my holidays. Like, not all of my holidays are like long planned. It might just be a day when, you know, I'm looking, because I like looking at travel and weird stuff anyway. So I might be looking on like travel websites and stuff, and I might see a really, really good deal for a country I don't mind going to, and then I'll call up the people that I want to go to this country with, and I'm just like, yo, is this kind of price? What are you on? In that case, let's say I don't have like enough money in my current account to cover the amount for the holiday, I'll take into my savings, and my mentality is the next time I get money, I'm putting that money back. Within like the next month, you'll see that money back in there and more, kind of thing. That's the kind of mentality you have to have, because I know there's a lot of people who will have a savings account but just be willy-nilly taking it out, not trying to put it back, and that's how you'll start off with a really good amount, and then by the time you know it, you're down to a really low amount and you're thinking, wow, where did that money go to? So I just thought if I kind of shared my journey towards how I became like really like pro saving and stuff, it might be able to like help someone who thinks that they have like a saving problem. And I feel like, do you know what, it's the small differences. Let's face it, you work hard for your money. No one likes waking up early in the morning to go to work. I'm sure like if everyone could have their dream job, it probably wouldn't be what they're doing at the moment. Do you know what I mean? So you're clearly going to work to make money, to be financially okay. So why waste that money on stupid stuff that don't make sense, that's not really going to benefit you in the future? It's hard, you know, I'm not even gonna lie, because especially if you're used to like a certain lifestyle, it's like, oh, like you don't really want to save. It's not in you to save. I've got 1,500 this month, I have to spend all of it. You don't. I mean, like, let me know down below what you guys think of the video, what you think about my thoughts, what are your thoughts, kind of thing. I made this channel for us to be able to connect as well, like, so please, like, tell me, like, are you having struggles? Is there something that you kind of want to like say, or do you just disagree with everything I say? Let me know. I really hope that like this video has inspired someone to save at least. I think that would be so amazing. So guys, I've come to the end of the video. I hope you guys really learned something. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Please make sure you leave your comments down below. Make sure you subscribe, like and share, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you guys so much. Mwah, 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 mwah.